So good day everyone. So I am Joshua M. Villanueva and I am grade 12 student and currently I am STEM student and one of my one of my biggest struggle in STEM is solving math. So I've encountered math, I've experienced math anxiety or different struggle in math. So by that problem, so I create this title which is Mathematics Self-Efficacy and Math Anxiety among STEM students in Sagayan National High School. So in the in the introduction, in United States there are 28% of American students experience math anxiety. And by national in the Thailand, 85% of students experience math anxiety. In Surigao City, the BSHRM student experienced math anxiety. In Davao del Norte, a STEM student at Sagayan National High School experienced math anxiety. So my research objective is number one is to describe the level of mathematics self-efficacy, and the second objective of my research is to describe the level of math anxiety. And the third is to determine the significant relationship between mathematics self-efficacy and math anxiety. The last one is to determine which domain of mathematics self-efficacy significantly influence math anxiety. So my hypothesis is there's no significant relationship between mathematics self-efficacy among STEM students. And the second one is there is no domain mathematics self-efficacy significantly influence the math anxiety. anxiety. So my theoretical, the first paragraph in my theoretical framework is the self-regulated learning or SRL theory as outlined by Bandura in 1986 serve as the foundation of this investigation. According to the SLR theory, self-efficacy or the belief in one's capability to perform a specific task influence how individual approach enhance a learner's motivation, resilience, and strategic use of cognitive and metacognitive skills, which can mitigate math anxiety. By fostering a more positive and proactive approach to the problem solving, converse, conversely, low self-efficacy often leads to heightened math anxiety, as individuals doubt their abilities and may avoid engaging with mathematical tasks. This interplay highlights how self-efficacy and math anxiety interact. In general, effective self-regulation driven by strong self-efficacy can help manage to reduce the effect of math anxiety. And the second paragraph is the social cognitive theory Banduras by Bandura in 1997, which contains what that's motivation, behavior, and achievement are significantly influenced by people self-efficacy or their belief in their own skills. Mathematics self-efficacy describes a person's belief in their capacity to carry out mathematical operation and solve issue. This concept is significant because it affects the people's willingness to put in a certain amount of effort on mathematical problems. Their ability to perceive through difficulties and their ability to bounce back from setbacks. Across grade levels and cultural contexts, mathematics accomplishment is predicted by math self-efficacy. Interventions that increase math self-efficacy can significantly enhance math performance, especially for low-achieving pupils. And the third paragraph of my theory is the dependent variable theory is based on the Tobias deficit theory in 1986, posits that math anxiety is fundamentally a consequence of poor mathematical performance. The theory suggests that individuals who encountered frequently difficulties and failures in mathematics develop a diminished sense of competence and self-efficacy in this domain. As a result, their anxiety about math tasks increases, which further their performance issue. This creates a cyclical relationship where poor performance lead to heightened anxiety, which turn further poor performance. In this framework, understanding and addressing math anxiety involves breaking the cycle by improving the mathematical skills and boosting self-confidence to elevate the stress and anxiety associated with math. In my research this time, this study will utilize a quantitative non-experimental design with a descriptive correlational technique to examine the relationship between the two identified variables. The chosen method aims to describe any existing correlation and determine the direction and magnitude of such relationship if present. The descriptive correlational approach is appropriate as it allows for the investigation of the relationship between independent and dependent variables after action has been taken. My research locale is the area of the investigation. This research will be conducted in the district of Asuncion, Davao del Norte. As indicated by 2015 census, it has a populace of 59,322 individuals with the land region of 200 297.39 kilometers per square. The municipality is made of 20 barangays. The district of Asuncion was made of cluster 5 among all primary schools in the locale as indicated by the district planning team. According to the 5 clusters are made from 27 elementary and primary schools. And my population size, so my population sample in this investigation, respondent will be STEM student in Cagayan National High School. The grade 12 student has 16 respondents, and the grade 11 STEM student has 24 respondents. Overall, my respondent will be 40 respondents coming from the grade 11 and grade 12 department.
Table 1, according to the data on mathematics self-efficacy level is presented on Table 1. According to the propositional knowledge, procedural knowledge, communicative interaction, and student and teacher's relationship, it is noted in the table that the grand mean is 3.93 and in a descriptive equivalent of high. This indicates that there is a high level of evident mathematics self-efficacy. All four indicators have a high level of measurement. The highest is the student relationship, followed by communicative interaction and procedural knowledge, and the last is propositional knowledge with a mean 3.73. The results suggest that the learning environment is generally positive with effective communication and strong relationship between student and teachers. This support by Scantlebury in 2017 that highlights the crucial role of self-efficacy in motivating students to succeed in mathematics. He finds that students who believe in their ability to succeed in math are more motivated, use better learning strategy, and experience less math anxiety, all which lead to improved math achievements. In the table 2, the information about of math anxiety is provided in the table 2, which distinguish between learning mathematics anxiety and mathematics evaluation anxiety. The average, which can be interpreted as high level of evident math anxiety, and its mean is 3.64. According to the descriptive equivalent, it is high. This suggests that there is significant understanding and aware of math anxiety among students. Based on the mathematics level presented in the table 3, the highest level of awareness is observed in learning mathematics anxiety with a mean 4.17, followed by mathematics evaluation anxiety with a mean 3.72, all of which have a high descriptive equivalent. Overall, the high level of math anxiety, especially in both learning and evaluation domains, can significantly impact the student achievement and motivation in mathematics. This supported by Belloc 2018 that highlights math anxiety, especially during test taking. can impact cognitive resource such as working memory, leading to poor performance on math tests, even among students who are competent in the subject. Impact on learning anxiety during learning process can affect how students approach problem solving and learning in math, making them more likely to avoid challenging tasks or develop negative attitude towards the subject. And the table 3 is the level math anxiety. It has items learning math anxiety with a mean 3.72 and mathematics evaluation anxiety with 3.56 with a descriptive high. And the overall mean or grand mean is 3.66, which is equivalent to the high. And the table 4 significant of the relationship between the level of mathematics self-efficacy among mathematics self-efficacy and math anxiety among STEM students. The R value is 0.0052 and its correlation is very weak. And the R squared is, it says is there are 27% that the IV, the mathematics self-efficacy can affect math anxiety among STEM students, and the decision is reject and conclusion on relation is significant. The domain in mathematics self-efficacy affect math anxiety. The study result in the table 4 that shown an individual mathematics self-efficacy, their confidence in their ability to succeed in math has a significant impact on their experience of math anxiety. Students with higher self-efficacy tend to experience less anxiety when facing math-related tasks, as they believe in their ability to overcome challenges. The teacher The teachers can help reduce math anxiety by fostering student self-efficacy through strategies such as providing opportunities for success, offering positive feedbacks, and teaching effective problem-solving and techniques. Additionally, incorporating anxiety management techniques and emphasizing the practical application of math can be further elevate stress, helping students approach with a greater confidence. By addressing both self-efficacy and math anxiety, educators can improve students' attitudes towards math and enhance their overall performance in the subject. And the table 5 shows that the all indicators of IV. Number 1 is procedural knowledge with a p-value of zero point 0.0, which means the decision is rejected. For propositional knowledge with a p-value of zero point 0.0 is the decision is rejected. Communicative interaction with a p-value is 0.00, the decision is rejected. The student and teacher's relationship with p-value 0.0 and rejected. Conclusion. Based on the findings of the study, the following conclusions are made. Number 1, the level of mathematics self-efficacy is highly evident. 2 is the level of mathematics anxiety is highly evident. 3, there is a significant relationship between mathematics self-efficacy and math anxiety. Mathematics self-efficacy is significantly in predicting the math anxiety of the student, math anxiety of the student. And recommendation based on the findings and conclusion of the following recommendations are offered. Number 1 is the Department of Education in the Philippines should enhance program at Sagayan National High School to help students feel more confident in math through better teamwork and support. 2 is to support the Philippine Education Plan to 2030. The DepEd should focus on active learning, inquire based on teaching, and technology integration in math to reduce anxiety and enhance solving problem skill. The third recommendation, research shows that programs like the MCBC and Mathematics Recovery Program in the Philippines effectively reduce math anxiety and improving self-efficacy by offering individualized support. The fourth recommendation is the Enhanced Basic Education or EBE program in the Philippines focus on improving education by promoting critical thinking, problem solving, and reducing math anxiety to build student math confident. The fifth recommendation is the program aims to boost math confidence and reduce anxiety by encourage students to reflect on their learning, set goals, and receive feedback. The sixth is the building mathematics self-efficacy through math anxiety. Program boosts confidence by teaching metacognitive strategies, by promoting and growth mindset, by using technology to reduce anxiety, improving self-efficacy. And the last one is the curriculum reduce math anxiety and boost performance through active learning, real-world connections, and support environment focused on growth, mindset, and stress relief. So, my whole study is all about mathematics self-efficacy and math anxiety. And thank you.